A man who reads the tea leaves, Scott Crothers with Steve Nicholas each and every morning. Good morning, Scott Crothers.
Good morning, McGraw.
All right, so the Dow jumped 200 points at the opening yesterday, and it stayed there all day because of what happened in the French elections?
Exactly. The Dow jumped 216 points, closed at 20,664. Now, we had good earnings and the French elections that had investors buying stocks. France's major exchange had its biggest one-day jump in 7 years. Financials led the rally here, but all sectors were strong. So,
all right. Well, you guys clearly know what's going on. You guys are the smartest guys in the room. Let's get to some company news. And what is going on with Express Scripts?
Now, they reported earnings yesterday, now after the bell, but they said they will probably lose Anthem as a customer in 2020. Express Scripts offered $1 billion in price concessions through 2019, but as of now, it has not been accepted. Now, revenue increased 4% to $24.65 billion, and they made a profit of $546.3 million. But the big news is the thought of losing Anthem as a customer in 2020.
I mean, that is earth-shattering news, is it not? I mean, that's a giant and a giant. That's like Godzilla versus King Kong.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. I mean, kind of, right? I mean, Express Scripts and Anthem; those are two giants who sort of live with each other. But
then they lose that's like 18% of their business.
But yeah, I mean, it's a huge deal. So hopefully they can get something worked out.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're on both sides of the deal right now.
All right, that's Express Scripts. What about tax rates? What are we hearing on that front?
Now, you probably heard a little bit about this. The president called for a 15% top tax bracket for U.S. corporations. Now, this would bring the top rate down from 35%. This would prioritize tax cuts over reducing the federal deficit. The president also wants a cut to individual taxpayers and said something would be announced this week. So we've got a long way to go, but tax cuts can often stimulate the economy. It was going to be interesting to see how this turns out.
Yeah, a lot of Republicans, believe it or not, saying that's too big of a tax cut. So that's a story that's brewing there underneath the surface. And then you got Express Scripts on one side. Now you have Centene on the other side. What's going on with Centene?
Now, they reported earnings this morning. Revenue increased 5% to $11.72 million. They had a 5% increase in memberships and now have 12.15 million members. They made a profit of $139 million, or 79 cents a share, better than the small loss they had the same time last year. So good news out of Centene.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's Centene. Now, how are we looking today in terms of the markets?
Well, interesting enough, the futures on the Dow look up 50 points right now, and we'll get over 180 earnings reports today and some housing numbers and see how those things come out. And hopefully the market can hang on to their early gains again.
Scott Crothers with Steve Nicholas. Have yourself a good day. Thanks for reading the tea leaves. We'll come back and do it all again tomorrow.
Sounds great. Thanks, Rob.
You got it. Hey, on a quick note, actually, you know what? Donald Trump is starting a trade war with Canada. We'll tell you what the latest is with that coming up here in 5 minutes.